Bazinga. Bazinga.
I want you to know, in my way, I love you all. And I love you.
Good series.
The Big Bang Theory was more than just a sitcom. It became a source of joy and comfort for millions of fans around the world. However, for its cast, what seemed like a golden opportunity in Hollywood eventually turned into a painful and inescapable nightmare. While audiences found laughter and solace in the humor of The Big Bang Theory, the actors were thrust into an intense spotlight, facing the weight of fame, creative limitations, and the challenges that came with being forever associated with their iconic roles. Rather than leading to a world of success and joy, this sitcom seemed to open a gateway to darkness, casting a shadow over their lives. What really happened to the cast of The Big Bang Theory before and after it ended? What challenges and painful events did they experience? These and more will be unraveled, so take a deep breath and be ready to know what has been happening beyond the screens, because the truth will definitely shock you.
Last Friday, I believe, was the 15 years since it premiered, and it's still going strong in reruns, and even though we don't make the show anymore, it's obviously changed my life.
The cast, who once laughed together under bright studio lights, found themselves entangled in an emotional battlefield where friendships were tested, egos clashed, and heartbreak lingered like a ghost of what once was.
I does not understand that I was 33 and that I'm not anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Like, this show's gonna end at some point, and I'm gonna be like, I can't wear this anymore. I am an old man.
I'm not upset. I'm just imagining a world without my best friend in it.
I didn't know we weren't coming back until...
Jim Parsons' departure from The Big Bang Theory. There are moments in television history that feel like an earthquake in the hearts of fans. Jim Parsons' departure from The Big Bang Theory was one such moment. More than just the end of an era, it was the loss of a character who had become a friend, a mentor, and a source of joy for millions. For 12 years, Parsons embodied Dr. Sheldon Cooper.
Let's get serious for a moment.
A character so unique, so eccentric, and so profoundly human that he transcended the screen. We laughed, we cried, and we grew with him. It was Jim Parsons' masterful performance that made Sheldon not just a comedic genius, but a deeply relatable soul. When he announced in 2018 that he would be leaving the show, it sent a shockwave through the Big Bang Theory fandom. It wasn't just the end of a beloved series. It was the realization that something so comforting, so integral to our lives, was slipping away. The final season became a prolonged goodbye. Every laugh, every quirky line, every bazinga felt like a bittersweet reminder that soon we would no longer have new episodes to look forward to.
Bazinga.
And when the finale aired, and we saw Sheldon standing before his friends, delivering a heartfelt tribute to the people who had stood by him, it was almost as if Jim Parsons himself was speaking to the audience. It was a love letter, a thank you, a farewell that left us all with tears streaming down our faces. Sheldon Cooper may live on in syndication, in memes, in our hearts, but knowing that Jim Parsons has moved on is a reality we still struggle to accept. The silent feud that shook the set.
I think I hate all of you nerds.
From the outside, the chemistry between Jim Parsons, Sheldon Cooper, Johnny Galecki, Leonard Hofstadter, and Kaley Cuoco, Penny, appeared effortless. They were the heart of the show, their dynamic as friends and lovers driving the series forward. But as the seasons passed and the pressure of fame mounted, the deep bond they had cultivated began to crumble. Feud started when Jim left the show, as everyone was not ready to say goodbye, yet especially Kaley. The pain of Parsons' exit created a wound that never truly healed, with distance replacing their once unshakable friendship. Even before Jim left the show, the relationship of the cast members was already at the edge because of fame and fortune. The laughter that once filled the set slowly faded into something hollow. Jim was celebrated and adored and became the face of the show, leaving others in his shadow. Galecki and Cuoco, once integral, watched as their importance importance dwindled. Nayar, Raj, and Helberg, Howard, despite their talent, carried the quiet burden of never quite being equals. Resentment grew in silence, unspoken but deeply felt. What was once a family became fragments of what used to be, as fame pulled them apart, and the magic that bound them slipped away forever. The secret romance that changed everything.
Yes, I will go out with you.
Fans adored Penny and Leonard's love story, but few knew that Kaley Cuoco and Johnny Galecki had once lived out their characters' romance in real life. For nearly 2 years, they secretly built a love story off-screen, hiding their relationship from the public eye. When it ended, it wasn't just a breakup, it was a quiet devastation. Cuoco later admitted how hard it was to act out romance with someone who once held her heart, but they need to do it. Galecki, on the other hand, also admitted that he always feels an ache and struggles to watch whenever a man is associated with Cuoco. But the past is past. It's the memories that keep on lingering. The battle over paychecks.
I want to lose my friends over tenure. Friends are forever.
Fame comes with a price. The bigger you are, the higher the paycheck. And for the cast of Big Bang Theory, that price was a battle for equality. At its peak, Jim Parsons, Johnny Galecki, and Kaley Cuoco commanded a staggering $1 million per episode. Yet, in the shadows of their success, Kunal Nair and Simon Helberg fought for the recognition they deserved. The battle wasn't just about numbers, it was about self-worth. The fact that their contributions were sometimes seen as secondary, it burned deep. Eventually, they secured raises. But the wounds left by years of disparity did not fade easily. For Mayim Bialik and Melissa Rauch, the fight was even more painful. Initially offered far less than their male co-stars, they found themselves at the heart of the gender pay gap debate. It wasn't until their colleagues agreed to take slight pay cuts that their salaries saw an increase. Though framed as an act of unity, the truth was bittersweet. Why had it taken so long? The scars of inequality remained, a cruel reminder of how the industry often values its players unequally. The world remembers The Big Bang Theory as a story of friendship, humor, and genius, minds coming together in the name of science. But behind the scripted jokes and laugh tracks lay a much more human story, one of heartbreak, ambition, and the painful reality that even the strongest of bonds can break. For those who watched, it will always be a source of joy. But for those who lived it, the legacy is far more complicated. Love lost, friendships strained, battles fought in silence, all hidden behind the bright glow of television screens. Perhaps, like the mysteries of the universe they often discussed, some questions about the Big Bang Theory will never have answers. Perhaps the saddest stories are the ones that are never fully told.